Let's turn this into Inagata defeated, just for 1 round.
No, because I don't think she thought.
No, the only reason I say it is
In the garden of Eden, honey.
So what I'll have to do is
Alright,
when I'm over there.
that's not the right. Here, I'm going to try to motor through this one, bro. This seems to be difficult with me. I'm just gonna...
Yep. Call, if you need a line,
Yep.
call, or use the word line.
You can't run and you can't hide, Mr. Lipwig. I have nothing but kind thoughts for you, Mr. Lipwig.
It's pronounced Lipvig, you moron, with a V.
Up the get, Mr. Lipwig.
Where are we?
The Ankh-Morpork Post Office. Postmaster.
Neither rain nor snow nor glom of nit can stay these messengers about their duty.
The post office was once a proud establishment, Mr. Lipwig. Wine.
Well done, Mr.
Well done, Mr. Lipwig. Your first step towards redeeming yourself and the well-being of the city.
Yeah, right. I guess we better go in. Oh, shit! Ugh.
Bad language is discouraged, Mr. Lipwig.
It was a description, Mr. Pump. Guano. Ugh. There's piles of it out there. This place must be full of it. When was this place last open?
20 years ago, Mr. Postmaster.
Who said that?
I did, sir. Junior Postman Gross, sir, at your service, sir. Yes, sir. One word from you, sir, and I shall leap into action.
Junior Postman Grote?
Yes, sir, indeed, yes, sir. The reason being that nobody's ever been here long enough to promote me, sir. By rights, it should be Senior Postman Gross.
And you work here?
Yes, sir, just me and the lad now, so we keep the place clean and follows the regulations.
Right. Do I have an office, Mr. Grote?
Well, technically yes, sir, but we don't go in there no more on account of the floor. It's liable to give way any minute, sir.
Right. Mr. Pump,
Mr. Lipwig.
do your instructions allow you to help me, or do you just wait until it's time to hit me on the head?
There are no needs for hurtful remarks, Mr. Lipwig. I am allowed to render appropriate assistance.
Well, then you could clean out that pigeon shit in the hallway and get some light in here?
Our golem does never shy away from his duties.
No, it's not a good idea to touch them, it's... Apprentice Postman Stanley's son. Orphan, sir. Very sad.
So you know something about pins, eh?
No, sir.
But your badge says, ask me
I
about...
know everything about pins, sir. There's not a thing I don't know about pins, sir. Ask me anything about pins, sir. Anything. Go on. Ask me, sir.
Right, well, I was wondering how many pins were made in Ankh-Morpork last year?
Last year, the combined workshops or pinneries of Ankh-Morpork turned out 27,880,978 pins, sir. That includes wax-headed, steels, brasses, silver-headed, extra-large, machine and handmade, reflex and novelty. But not lapel pins, which should not be grouped with true pins, as they're known as sports or blazons.
Yeah, oh, I think I saw a magazine once, Pins Monthly?
That's for hobbyists. They're not true pinheads. Well, they say they are, but they got a whole page on needles now. Needles! They're just pins with holes in. I told them. They don't want to know.
Stanley's editor of Total Pins. Stanley, why don't you go with Mr. Lipwig's golem and find him a shovel, and then go and sort your pins a bit until you feel a bit better. Alright? We don't want Mr. Lipwig to see one of your little moments, do we?
Last month they had an article on pin cushion. Pin cushions!
He's a good lad, sir. He's a good lad.
Mr. Grote, can you help me? I don't know anything about the post.
Well, what did you used to be, sir?
I was a clock. I was a clock.
Oh, another one. Yeah. Well, there's not much to do, sir.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to make it all work again, Mr. Grote.
Mr. Litvig, exciting news, Postmaster. These are not all bat guano, sir.
What are they?
Letters.
Yeah, well, I was coming to that.
You mean this whole place is filled with undelivered mail?
Not all except the basement and the stables, pretty much, so yeah.
You mean even my office is filled with undelivered mail, but you didn't put any in the basement?
Well, I can't put it in the basement, so it's far too damp. It would destroy the letters in no time, sir.
Destroying letters from dead people to dead people?
Well, we don't know they're dead.
Well, no, of course. Some of these letters are only 100 years old. Well, it's no time at all for a zombie or a vampire. What do you think? They're just sitting around their mailbox waiting for a delivery?
There's no need to be like that. You can't destroy the mail, sir. That's tampering with His Majesty's mail, that is.
And shoving a letter under a floorboard for 100 years isn't tampering with it?
That's more like delaying the mail, sir. I mean, there's not as if there's any intention not to eventually deliver it.
But why are they all here?
Well, it's like this thing. Maybe there's this man who's got a very full load, and maybe a dog watch, and there's lots of carts, and the inspector's after him for his timekeeping and so on. So he thinks maybe he's just going to put half a bag of mail somewhere safe, you see. Not that he will, but he will deliver it sometimes. It's not his fault, so they keep pushing him all the time. And then the next day, he's got an even bigger bag, so he thinks to himself, I'll just deliver a few today, and Thursday's my day off, so I can catch up then. But then Thursday comes around, and he's behind in his work more than one day's work, so that's because they keep pushing him all the time, and he's tired.
Oh, but I think I get the picture, Mr. Grote. But I don't think you're telling me the whole story of... What did you say your first name was?
Tolliver, sir.
Nice name. You see, Tolliver, what you are describing is what we call a cameo. Whereas this is an entire triptych showing scenes from history, the creation of the universe, with a matching chapel ceiling portraying the glorious firmament. Mr. Tolliver, I don't think you are being frank with me.
I'm sorry about that, sir.
I could have you sacked, you know.
Well, it could, but you don't know nothing about the regulations or the post office. You wouldn't last 5 minutes without me. I mean, you wouldn't even see the inkwells got filled every day.
Inkwells! This is an old building full of dead paper!
You've got to keep the inkwells filled, sir. You've got to follow regulations.
But why? We don't deliver or accept any mail. We just sit here.
No, we don't just sit there, sir. We follow regulations, fill the inkwells, and so on.
You don't clean up the pigeon shit?
Well, oddly enough, sir, that isn't in the regulations. The truth is, it's these semaphores, the facts they put, the clacks they call it, they're faster than the speed of light, they say. I hate them, sir. They got no heart, no soul. I hate them. If there was any mail, sir, we would deal with it. Yeah. But we'd spring into action, sir. Spring into action.
But it has clearly sunk into this town years ago that you might as well throw away your letters than give them to the post office.
No, sir. We keep them all. That's what we do. We keep everything. We try not to disturb anything.
What sort of anything?
Well, nothing, sir. We just like to be careful, that's all.
Call this a life?
It's better than death, sir. Would like some tea, sir?
What? Yes, thank you. All right, Mr. Pump. What are the rules? Do you have to follow me everywhere?
You are freely allowed around the city and its environs.
But how can you follow me? How do you know where I am?
Karmic signature, Mr. Litvig.
Which means what exactly?
It means I know exactly where you are.
Look, I'm just going out shopping, a bit of this and that. Gonna see if I can actually deliver one letter.
Until you are safe, I will also be here for your protection.
Against whom?
Can't say, Mr.